right now I'm laying out the 5th production mold for our sack of shit product. As you can see, I've already arranged the lock nuts in the mold. I've done this so that I can have a good idea about where they are when I start placing these tiny little scale pieces of shit in this mold. I've also marked the mold, defined its center, and marked where my gate form is going to wind up. So this right here, this is the edge of my gate form, so that way I know how far away from the gate form I'm placing the originals. Now importantly, I want to make sure that this mold is balanced. So I'm going to balance out the pieces roughly by size in the mold. Process is pretty simple. All it involves is placing the originals in the mold and orienting them such that the gate winds up where I want it to be, and then kind of squishing them down to get them a little stuck in so they don't move around on me. So I'm just going to go ahead and work on this, and I guess talk a little bit while I'm doing it because it's a video and all. I'm placing these pretty close to the gate form. It allows for less space in the mold to put my originals, but I'm packing them in pretty closely. This is pretty darn close. This is about as close as I would place models in a mold, but you know, I want to get as many as I can because the actual sack of shit product is probably 1.5 to 2 runs of a mold like this. And I don't even count how many pieces are in a mold. I just put them in until they fit, and then just set that stack of originals, or rather of masters, aside. But if I place them fairly close together and stagger them, there's enough room to get a gate in. Like if I wanted to gate this piece right here, I just put a gate in right about here, and this piece would get gated here, and it would overlap a little bit. And this piece would get gated here, and this one would gate right there, and this guy right about here, and so on and so forth in the mold until everything was gated, right? So that's what your gates would look like. And this guy here, because it's bigger than the other pieces in the mold, this one here needs some supplementary vents, which is why I've given a little bit more space around it, because for this guy, when I eventually vent the mold, I'm going to want to vent out the side here and take that out of the mold that way. So he'll have a vent that goes around this lock nut here and goes straight out the mold, and then 2 side vents to help this cavity fill properly. Oops. And this guy will get vented right out there, and this one right here, that one right around there, and so forth. And that's how this mold gets gated and vented, generally speaking.